Hey guys, Matt here, and we are going to review the new course at Euharlee at Joe Cowan Park. Start out here by the tennis course where hole 1 is. See that Euharlee sign, smokestacks in the distance, and we'll jump straight into hole 1. It's about 350 feet across this open field with woods on the right, OB long on the left. And see on the green, you got a little bit of a backstop slope with that road behind. Number 2, we're throwing through the woods here. This one's right at 300 feet. Got the path next to the basket and the tennis courts to the right. I played a hyzer flip backhand. I think that's a good play. There's a forehand line there too. On 3, I couldn't figure this line out. It's kind of a funky line through these tight woods, so I try and roll her over here and got a decent amount down the fairway, but got a little cutoff here, so I'm throwing my stego on an approach and gave myself a putt for the 3 on that one in that next little bunch of trees. On number 4 here, we're throwing over this hill and going kind of into a valley, then up the hill on the other side. You'll be able to see it again on the zoom here. Got the path right behind as well. 5 is kind of weird. I had a hard time framing that one up because I went over the top of these trees. There's also a gap you can see there to the left, and after you get over the trees in the open field, you got some OB on either side, some people's yards, and the basket's fairly close to this back fence there. Hole 6 is a really right bending shot. You're going to want to get that disc way over there in a forehand or turnover line with path and fence right here. 7 is one a lot of people are saying should be a par 4, but I got fairly close on this one. Throwing a big forehand up the hill. It's 450 something feet, slide uphill at the end, and overall I got fairly close. See where my putt just hit the cage, and it's a difficult shot but not crazy hard. 8 is by the other park entrance, and you throw over this fence here. You can go forehand or backhand. I like the forehand line because you stand up a little taller and get over the fence easily, and end up down here with some trees around, but no real close OB or anything on that one. On 9, you can either take a forehand or backhand line around that tree right there. I opted for the forehand, and then it kind of digs into that bank where you give yourself a putt if you end up on the hill. You can see it rolls off down to that little creek there pretty quickly. On 10, you need to pipe a backhand or forehand pretty straight, whatever you can keep straighter. Sorry I didn't get out of the way on that one. Not my best camera position, but you see the green down here with the creek down off to the left and the path long. On 11, I tried this forehand route here, but I really think, looking at it, the backhand route with something pretty overstable through the right gap is a better bet. Looking back, it's almost completely open that way. You have some late guardians on the forehand line. 12, we're throwing downhill. I want to say this one's just short of 300 feet. I got a friendly tree kick to get me down in circle 2, and you got a lot of small trees around the basket, so if you can stay on the right side, you're better off. 13 is one of the more difficult shots. You're throwing a big backhand hyzer out over this road almost. I actually know this hole has been aced already by a friend of mine. 14, right around 300 feet, thrown up onto that bank, wide open otherwise, but as you can see in this next shot, it does drop off behind. 15, thrown up over the hill, and it's pretty open, but as you get up there, it is a bit of a death putt if you're not fairly close. It rolls off pretty sharply after that. 16, thrown a little bit downhill through this gap in the trees. You can go forehand or backhand here pretty easily. Got a couple of late guardians on the right side, and I actually ended up making my putt from back there. 17 is one of the funkier lines. You've had that creek running all along the left side, but if you can keep it near the basket on the right, you'd be pretty safe. And finishing up on 18, throwing from the woods up onto the hill. It's kind of a mix of hole 2 and hole 9. Got a slightly elevated basket with a road OB right behind. You can see the first tee back over there, so good job, guys. After playing the course at Euharlee, I have to say I'm fairly impressed how they managed to fit in 18 really relevant holes into a park that wasn't designed with a disc golf course in mind. It's got a good variety of open, wooded and a mix of the two with some interesting elevation changes and design choices that will probably be a little bit polarizing, but overall I think make for an interesting play in an area that is a little bit away from the rest of the disc golf courses in the community. Euharlee is about 10-12 miles west of Deerfield, and there's really nothing else between that area and the Rome courses or getting down towards the little course at Fish Creek in Cedartown. So great to have another course in that area. They had one at the elementary school, but it wasn't really very fleshed out and hard to play. This one feels really nice. Overall, I think it's a really good job. Thanks to the team. I know Todd Roberts was involved, and though I haven't really met him, I think he does feature on a couple of my videos. I know he's in the mud swap video for sure. Well, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day and go out and play that course if you can.